Is Helium Network still worth it, or is it, like so many influencers claim, dead and time to move on? My name is Rauchenwald, and in this video I'm going to share with you why I think that Helium Network still has a bright future ahead, despite all the setbacks and negative coverage it received in recent months. But before we get to that, as always, let's get the usual disclaimer out of the way. Everything I share in this video is my personal opinion and in no way financial or professional advice of any kind. You should always do your own research, consult certified professionals, draw your own conclusions and make your own decisions. Now, back when I made my first video about Helium Network, the entire network had less than 100,000 hotspots registered worldwide, while by now there are slightly more than 900,000 hotspots listed on the Helium Explorer. Combined with one halving rewards that happened since then, that means that earnings on average are now not just half of what they used to be, but actually up to around 95% lower. And sadly, in this crypto bear market, a falling HNT value just makes that drop in earnings even worse, especially for those users that are not holding their mined HNT but are selling them instantly. However, not only was it always clear that over time, with more hotspots joining and occasional halvings, earnings per hotspots would decline. But while this appears to be negative for the individual hotspot owner, it's in my opinion overall positive, because with an ever-growing number of hotspots and the resulting better coverage Helium Network provides in the US, most parts of Europe and some parts of Asia, it also becomes more interesting for IoT device manufacturers, not to mention the additional use cases provided by, for example, the relatively new 5G hotspots that offer their owners an additional income stream. Luckily, the negative sentiment that some short-sighted influencers are trying to spread because Helium didn't make them rich overnight also has a positive aspect for everyone that still wants to join Helium Network. Because thanks to people that don't appreciate the current earnings and are selling their hotspots on eBay and other platforms, others finally can get their hands on a hotspot for around $200 or even less to increase the coverage even further in areas that have no or little hotspots yet. And that without waiting up to a year to receive it in the first place. And this is, at least in my opinion, an especially positive development for two simple reasons. First, in oversaturated areas, it's likely that some people are unhappy and will try to sell their hotspots, which will again improve the earnings for the remaining hotspots in that area. And second, as mentioned, allow others in areas with little to no hotspots so far to get their hands on one in a relatively short time frame and for a more than reasonable price, which then again improves the overall coverage Helium Network offers and again makes the network more attractive for IoT device manufacturers. Overall, while our Helium earnings are also much lower nowadays than they used to be, we are still earning close to 1 HNT per month on average with each of our 4 active hotspots and are quite happy about that. Sure, that's now only around $9 per hotspot, but that's another $9 worth of crypto we get every month without investing any additional money or time, with the, in my opinion, decent chance to turn into much more if the value of HNT starts to increase again. And even if you would just now order your hotspot for, let's say, $200 on eBay, if you end up with similar earnings, you would be looking at a return of investment of around 2 years, which still is incredible compared to other ways you could use to invest that money. Not to mention that your earnings could obviously be even better if you have a better location or at least manage to install the hotspot's antenna outside, ideally on the roof of your building. In other words, if your area isn't oversaturated already with hotspot, you are not living in the basement and at least could place the hotspot next to a window with a decent view, it's in my opinion still more than worth it to set up a Helium Network hotspot and simply enjoy the HNT you earn passively that way. But that's it for today. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to leave them in the comments down below, or even better, use the link in the video description down below to join our Discord community and discuss Helium Network and similar projects with me and the community there. Thanks for watching, see you in one of my other videos, till then, bye bye!